Hello everybody, this is your boy Rakun Senpai. I don't know about you, but I'm the kind of guy that grew up with the Power Rangers. This show is my childhood, and I watched anything that resembled a man wearing a shiny helmet in spandex. That's the mentality that Saban exploited back in the 90s with shows like the VR Troopers, Big Bad Beetleborgs, and Masked Rider. I remember watching these, but there was another show that I watched that Saban didn't produce. In the means to give the monopoly the finger, Deke shout out a show called Superhuman Samurai Super Squad. Was this show the shit or just plain old shit? If you can't smell the fermented diarrhea in the gold foiled wrapped turd, then buckle up because I'm gonna tell you why this show sucked. The name itself is a sign of how creatively bankrupt this show is. Say it out loud, and people at a Morphicon will gang up on you and steal your signed poster of the Green Ranger. It's already common knowledge that Saban used old footage of Toei TV shows and localized them for the American audience. This is completely fine. When it's done right, it can even have a completely different narrative. But somehow, somewhere, somebody took too many pubs out of the crack pipe because there is no way in hell you can produce this disaster consciously. Instead of Gridman, you have Servo. Get it? Forget about the virtual sentient being that asked the help of 3 middle schoolers to fight against an evil mastermind that brainwashed a child-neglected computer geek to wreak havoc on the human world. Instead, let's call him Servo and treat him as a power-up for the main character, Sam Collins. Do you see where this is going? I'm already losing any hope of this getting better. Fun fact, Superhuman Samurai Super Squad had 53 episodes, but Gridman the Hyper Agent only had 39. What were they thinking? You can't stretch that many episodes, but they did. All they did was reuse fight scenes to fit the narrative. The cast consists of a bunch of middle schoolers, I think. Sam Colin, the 90s poster boy that is more worried about his crush named Jennifer than the fate of the world as well as the computer world. Tanker, the dumb muscle jock, spoiler alert, had more character development than the rest of the other characters. Sydney, the computer geek that somehow understands and can explain almost everything that happens in the show. Amp, no one cares. Lucky, Amp's replacement. That's it. Come on, we can't even come up with any more of a stereotypical 90s cast of characters. But that's the norm. You couldn't avoid it. It's like the plague. Every show had it. Nowadays, you cringe by the thought that you enjoyed watching a show like this. Con from the original Gridman is now KiloCon, which is short for Kilometric Knowledge-Based Animate Human Nullity, and is commissioning a generic loner, Malcolm, to draw his OCs. Do not steal. Now, let me tell you, I hate Malcolm. He has a condescending way of speaking. Like, he went to Harvard and majored in politics or something. I can't take any of these characters seriously. It's a kid show, for fuck's sakes. This is my issue. Just because it was meant for kids, they didn't even bother putting any effort in writing a decent story with developing characters. The whole point of the show was to sell toys. Toys! They didn't even bother making like the fucking characters like molds. They're like, no, forget that. We're just gonna just reuse the molds from the Japanese counterpart and call it a fucking day. I could do a more deeper analysis on this show, but I'm not doing that. I'm only gonna point out the fact that this show sucked and you shouldn't bother even looking at it. Don't watch it. I recommend watching Gridman, the Hyper Agent, the original Japanese show. You can easily watch it here on YouTube with subtitles, so you don't have to worry about it. You just have to dig around for it. It's more of an investment than watching this pile of 90s shit stay an American adaptation of a beloved show. You want to know what really sucks? You really want to know? The fact that this series had potential if it had competent writers. The proof lies in the final episode before the show was inevitably cancelled. Right off the bat, Sam ditches his friends to simp for Jennifer. Oh, Jennifer. The rest of the gang go on a hiking trip where they do fuck all. Then Malcolm attacks the power grid, then sends the world back into the dark ages. Jesus Christ, thank God. Sydney pleads with Tanker to take Sam's place as frontman and save the day, but he relents to the idea. After much deliberation, Sydney convinces Tanker to take the lead and become Servo. I can't believe it. After 52 episodes of shit writing, these clowns managed to develop at least one character. Bullshit. What a load of fucking bullshit. How did they fuck this up so bad? It took 52 episodes to even get one character some proper development. I feel like Tanker grew as a person. He went from being a dumb muscle jock to a guy that found the courage to not only trust his friends, but himself. They even hinted a little love interest between Sydney and Tanker. Like in the little ad, like, ooh, like, but they left it as a joke or whatever. Yeah. You're gonna do me dirty like this, Deke? You're gonna hold on to my balls like that? Superhuman Samurai Super Squad sucks, and end of story. If you like the video, like and subscribe. Share this video on any of your cringy Discord servers. Clown on me. I don't care. I mean, if you want me to talk about more like dumb shit like this, you just let me know in the comments. I actually read them. I mean, I only have like a few double-digit subscribers, so yeah. Or you can check me out on Twitter. I occasionally post on there, and hit me up. Yeah, that's it. Bye.